June 16, 11:40 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom and the silky top hat? Oh, right, him. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Yes, it was an out-of-court settlement, right?
Perhaps Frolin would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion, now you see it. Now you don't, am I right? I think he's onto me.
I wish you would stop being so cool.
Let us disperse with these niceties, and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness?
Right, the defense would like to request another cross-examination. But because I forgot. There was something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I'll grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police.
Is that what she's talking about, like right here? How he's fiddling with the corner?
Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all.
Focus, Apollo. Now he's going to find his weak spot.
Focus, if only. My ears hear what he says, and my eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? There we go. What's this? My bracelet. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there.
It's making my game lag.
Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy. My bracelet is trying to tell me something. Here we go. From shot to call.
I cannot prevent the killer from leaving the scene.
Which way did the killer run?
By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction.
That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kataki mansion.
Achang, don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back around once he was out of sight.
Ugh, how did he know that it's where I was going? Okay, we've already done these. Even though it's not skipping, we did them in the previous. I want to press on this one because he's fiddling with the page. So, you called immediately after witnessing the murder.
The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why don't check with them? Wait, Apollo! This has to be it.
Wait, you mean his habit?
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for this habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Know what?
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
Your bracelet?
I'm not sure I'll get this focus stuff you're talking about, you Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet as it reacts to the testimony. Ooh. What's going on? I can see the witness's face. His expression is so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, but hear nothing else.
Apollo?
Trucy, what's happening to me?
This is what I mean by focusing.
Focusing?
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out.
Just look for Mr. Sickler's twitch, his habit. You remember, right?
Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page on his book.
You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I'll bet they are.
First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Sickler's hand.
In the future, will I have to find the habit myself? That'd be pretty cool. His hand.
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right, I can only see his face like this. Time to change my viewpoint. Ooh, right there.
Perfect, now you're really ready.
Ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
Perceive?
Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit.
Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page?
That's right, that's your signal to look closer, to perceive. Find his weak spot and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers.
Don't worry, if you miss it, you can always try again.
Right, look out nervous, Twitch. Here comes justice.
Ergo! I used my cell phone.
To call the police. So he did call the police. But he didn't use his cell phone. Okay. Gotcha! That was cool. I saw it. Just now, I could see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say?
All this banging of desks, it's very bad for my circulation, you know.
We bang desks on a regular basis, okay? We bang them so hard. We love the wood. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
No, what are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask?
Ask to see... yeah, ask to see his phone.
Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone.
Well, why? Whatever for?
Show me and you'll find out.
Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see.
Yeah, I thought so. You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
Yeah, where'd you get that? That's a cell phone from yesterday.
Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath his tire. If the car moved, it would have been crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this?
Cell phone was found yesterday, in the Maractus Clinic garage.
Maractus? Why, that's where the victim lived!
That's impossible.
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? Oh my god, bro. He gave me a second cell phone, of course. Let me see that one. I lost it at the park. Damn you!
It's true, I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it could be said that I called the police from a public payphone.
Payphone, so you didn't call on your cell phone at all? Just where is this payphone located? Payphone located, Mr. Stickler.
Well, to indicate it with a startlingly high degree of symmetry, it was right around here.
Oh. He had to go out of the park, meaning he couldn't see the crime scene. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie?
There can only be one reason.
He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone, because it was found in the victim's garage.
What did you say?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells it all.
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As though I were trying to kill him.
What if he was only trying to feed the cat? What if that's what this is all about? Whoa, Dr. Maractus was killed that night.
Well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yep, it's true. I lost my cell phone. But you can't prove that I lost it that night.
Well, Mr. Justice,
yeah, I can.
That cell phone was dropped the night of the murder. It does raise considerable suspicions as to connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected enough. Just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Show evidence. Of course I have evidence.
Ooh, I like your swagger, hair forehead. Hit it.
Court will now see the evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... It's the... Oh, where is it? Oh, right here. That's a side view mirror.
And so it happens, Dr. Murata's car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder. An accident?
An accident. It happened a little after 9 PM, just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Murata's car hit a pedestrian.
What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 PM on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. Oh go, Mr. Stickler. The only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 PM the night of the murder at the park.
Where?
Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into that victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Paul Maractus?
No, stop! This is too much! This can't be happening! Prosecutor, say something! I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Paul Maractus. That is, other than this.
I believe the next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know that face. That's the face of guilt. The face of justice. Justice. Away.
That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene.
Seriously? You had to have gone in the garage to do this. Oh my god, you're an idiot. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in the garage.
Ah, yes, well, as you can see, my model of a cell phone has a defect. It's given to rolling. It's quite a pain.
How? It's a rectangle. It rolls. Yeah, I can see that. Nowhere.
When I drop it alongside the road, you know.
Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony.
His numerous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes justice.
I wonder if their habit will change, by the way. Like, sometimes it'll be fiddling with the page, but sometimes it might be messing with the thing hanging from his hat, maybe? I don't know. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I want to perceive. I'm kidding.
So you went to shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder take place.
Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no report of this domestic detail.
Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, I mean,
yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket, trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me.
I'm sure the store clerks would disagree.
Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? Ha! In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content and was on my way back home, yes. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back.
That's when he passed in front of the Maractus clinic.
Why, yes, that's correct. That was pretty suspicious pause there.
Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took that night of the murder.
Of course. Supermarket is here along the main road. By home from there... my way home from there takes me past the Miraculous Clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, woe is I walked unaware of my loss. And walked into the fateful park. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer victim stand there all as clear as day.
Okay, it's this one. Which entrance did you enter the park from?
Well, to be exact, one might say that I went in from the entrance closest to the Miraculous Clinic.
The same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance?
I have no recollection for such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I am a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. I saw the killer, the victim, and the stand all clear as day.
As part of the testimony is the key, I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand?
The noodle stand?
Do you happen to remember the noodle stand?
Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything I could ever read the sign. I believe it said, noodle. Yes, that was it.
For remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. Thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice.
What about the sign? Could that be important? Eldun.
So the sign on the noodle said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Says noodle stand's broth really that delicious. I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well.
Whatever sort of noodles it stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. Some apply to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles.
I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself.
I remember the stand on the victim spilling a said noodle.
Try again. I don't know if this is a big contradiction, but yeah. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle?
Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, stickler. I'll give you that. It read without doubt, noodle.
I see.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes?
Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot.
You think so?
Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand, and to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes.
Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely noodle, for sure, positive.
I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign says noodle, and he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would read the way Mr. Stickler claims?
What?
Mr. Justice, show us the spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Oh, I want to be able to look at the court record, but I can't. Okay, sorry. I wanted to do that just so I could have a look at this. Oh, okay, okay. It says noodles on the back. Okay.
Right, it's my turn. The chest dice. The upstart, is it? Here, forehead, recall what you just told the court. The sign on the stand reads Aldunes, Joe. How would the window standing where you would have indicated change anything?
I picked the wrong place.
You're all...
Your honesty becomes you, Mr. Justice. However, your mistake does not. Sorry, Your Honor. Do I get another chance? Tell us once again, where was the witness standing? Okay, he was standing about right here. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, the side says Noodle. Exactly, the name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south.
Yeah, you got me! So what?
So what?
What does it matter if you saw the killing from the north or south side? It makes no difference at all.
He's right.
Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning.
Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change?
It changes everything, Apollo.
Trucy?
Remember his testimony from before? Though to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. The killer and the victim are facing each other. Then at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction,
it's his left.
The bullet would have had to hit his left temple.
In
other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing in front of the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning.
Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fräulein. What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North? So that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct, so if he was standing to the north, then the only person who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
Yeah! Order! Wow, the apple didn't fall from the tree. She's flipped the whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. Whoa!
Clarify one point for me, if you would, Air Forehead.
What now?
Are you truly accusing this college student of murder?
Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent. But something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer.
No, please, look aside. I'm really a nice guy. Oh, my friends say so.
Let's see what the friends has to say. What are you going to do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler?
Accused of another crime.
I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why now.
The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Air Forehead. I'm afraid to force you to elucidate Air Stickler's silence.
Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. Your reason? The court's all ears. I know he's guilty of something. What crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime?
Oh.
Wait, no, that would go against us. Never mind. I was going to say, if he stole the car, and then that caught the victim's attention and he looked away. I don't know. Your evidence, the court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that points to the witness' involvement in the crime. phone, right? Where's the phone? There's the phone. Somebody tells me this isn't one of those good silences. Something else to say, Miss Justice. One more chance, please. Oh, god damn it, are you kidding me? Look, brand new penalty! No, please reveal. Yeah. I get it. And the thingamajiggy? God damn it, seriously? Oh my god, is it this? Oh, good. I was about to say, is he this panty stealer? Oh, maybe he stole these. I'm gonna save right here because I'm on my last penalty. Yep. That's why he went to the guy's car. He was hiding it in the tailpipe. Evidence is this. What is that? Woman's underwear?
Hey, those are mine.
Freak out. Freak out. Yes! There's the freak out. Don't look at me like that! Order, order, order! Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock, it's not what it seems by Pythagorean's theorem. On the night of the murder, just past 9 AM, a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees. He hides himself in no other than the miraculous clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree.
Please, hear me out! It's not what it looks like!
God damn it, mate! Order, order, order! Mr. Stickler, you shall be ashamed!
It's not what it looks. See.
So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of the girl's undergarments?
Please, you are not aware that my school name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligence, V stands for valiancy.
Your point.
I'm not done now. I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we were the IV student. IVU. I get it. IV. Oh my god, that's stupid. IVU. Science department. I'm valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge is science than a mystery?
Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here.
No, you didn't understand. Mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-size car tire was only the first mystery where those panties revealed.
A tire?
Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. That's not all. First there was the tire, then a stew pot and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was all magic. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh?
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
Oh, of course.
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics.
A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole the girl's panties to understand a magic trick.
You say panties, but they are much more than that. For me, they are an object for serious study. I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in this area. Were they all you? I'm sorry, but I did it all for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flipping in the breeze. And maybe this would be a pair that would get the mystery. Even then, as she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps it's the night that I'll seize the truth that lies within these panties. Yet woe was I, for once again the lacy hard-patterned truth. La 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 la.
Still, at least one thing unexplained.
You refer to our witnesses as la, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why you lied about that?
Oh. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, so let's say... Okay, I want to go to the court record. You won't be able to see my mouse. But let's say he was in the garage, right next to Eldoon's. And he was there, I don't know for how long. This was around 9 p.m., right? Yeah, 9 p.m. I think they said that Trucy lost her panties. If he was in there for that long a time hiding from her, and he waited there a long time, by the time that the noodle stand had been stolen, he would be in view of the noodle stand going down the street, and he would have seen the sign that says noodles. Maybe he was never actually at the crime scene. Maybe he just saw that it said noodles because it went past the garage. That's just what I think. Be my guest, Herr Forehead.
Me?
Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Polo! There's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stigler was standing, isn't there a...
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about the location?
Because he was never there, was he?
Fail to see how this evidence relates to our witness's fabrication. Destroy, but I'm sure it does, somehow, somewhere. It appears the fabrication was yours, Mr. Justice. Shut up.
What else could it be?
Oh, you're kidding me. The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More panties?
How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, Herr Forehead?
These are the last, honest. These were found in a trash can in the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you did it!
Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I cannot unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties.
So, these panties are your handiwork as well.
That night I had been chased, hounded into the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
Believe me, I'd rather not.
I ran in the garage for a short while, then abandoning the panties I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging on a clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. What the hell?
Apparently you didn't know these bloomers belonged to the mob.
I had them safe in my pockets, ready to take home. When I stumbled upon a murder.
The Apollo of Dr. Maractus.
I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me?
That's when you disposed of the bloomers.
Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science.
Fascinating if disturbing tale. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. I'm more than pleased to dismiss the witness for the remainder of the trial.
One last thing, if I might.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin.
Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Waki Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kitaki is a clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant Waki Kitaki is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene of the crime. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple is yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation for both the defense and the prosecution.
Yeah, baby.
No problem.
Very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close.
What the hell? Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. I found it very weird there. Like a rock star.
Oh yeah, baby. That's all me. I've made my one-hit single in my head over the time of this trial. It's gonna be a blowing of justice.
Hey, that's my name.
Shut up. Your name means nothing now.
The court is now adjourned.
To be continued. Beep, beep, beep.